Hello, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This is where you get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock, with news of a boost to the Trans-Pacific Partnership negotiations. But first, American consumer prices fell 0.1% year on year to March, and data out on Friday in Washington. The one key metric the US Fed watches, however, CPI less food and energy, was up 1.8%, a sign of emerging inflationary pressure. That has been seen as boosting the likelihood of a Fed rate hike this year, and markets promptly went into another tantrum, falling sharply on Wall Street. Their previous taper tantrum proved ill-founded, and it's likely this one will too. New Zealand CPI is also due out later this morning, and the Aussie CPI on Wednesday. Similar results are expected as for the US. Central bankers look past seasonal food effects and past the realignment in oil prices. Energy prices do have downstream impacts, and the petrol bonus is likely to show up with higher purchasing power. China's real estate market is still weakening, with new home prices in March registering month-on-month declines in most of the big 70 cities included in an official survey out over the weekend. Now top Chinese officials are pleading with banks to raise their lending levels and roll over loans that are falling due. The latest rhetoric on Greece is getting more hard-nosed. Final decisions will be made at a full Euro ministers and ECB officials meeting at the end of the week. Also out over the weekend was data from Russia, which was particularly dismal for them. Real wages plunged and retail sales fell sharply. It could get even more ugly there. Back in the US, the American Congress has agreed to give President Obama fast-track authority to negotiate the Trans-Pacific Partnership deal. That makes agreement much more likely in 2015. Now the really tough negotiating ramps up. US Treasury 10-year yields fell on Wall Street in trading at the end of last week to 1.87%. New Zealand swap rates also fell 2 basis points across the curve and are now completely flat, with just 1 basis point separating the 1 and 5 year rates. Rates for 2, 3 and 4 years are even lower. The US oil price remains at about $56 a barrel, while Brent crude held at $64 a barrel in trading on Friday. The gold price gained $6 an ounce and now trades at $1,204 an ounce. New Zealand dollar starts the week at 76.8 US cents, 98.6 Aussie cents, 71.1 Euro cents, and the TWI is at its highest it's been since July 2014 at 81.5. I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.